The only thing we're not liking about it is the rough road.
We're up in the clouds.
And we are driving in the clouds. So we had a great first night in Alaska, a good night's sleep at Tok, where we boondocked.
If you haven't seen our Canadian videos, especially the one about crossing the border, make sure you check those out. Right now, I'm fixing to jump on some video editing, and Lynn's going to go out and grab a bite to eat with some of the group.
I got the best part of this deal, I do believe.
Yes.
A local restaurant right down the way, and we're going to go over there. They're supposed to have a really good breakfast. If you're new to our channel, I'm Lynn.
And I'm Danny.
Welcome to RV America.
The original RV America.
We chose to stay last night in a Shell station parking lot. It's right here. It's the first Shell station you come into, and they have a huge place here for you to stay. It's like one of the real first little towns you come into, right?
Yes, it is. So we've stayed here 3 times.
A few of us have decided it is breakfast time, and we are headed to Fast Eddie's to eat our morning nutrition.
Food!
Okay, so we're coming up at Fast Eddie's. Now, this is one of the places, iconic stops you have to do. Everybody says you got to eat a meal at Fast Eddie's when you come to Tok. So one of the things that we were told by several people is to get fuel and get groceries while you're in Tok, because once you get to Valdez, it is going to be double. And if it's double these prices, we would lose some weight. And after we finished our grocery shopping, we ran down, filled up the fuel tank and the propane tank, and we finally got a chance to wash our rig.
Cross the Canadian line, the border behind, into the U.S. with Alaska in mind. Boondocked in Tok, where the wild winds blow. Stars lit the night, and the sun glow. Driving the glen, where the mountains unfold. Tays down the river, where stories are told. Boondocking free, under sky so wide. Alaska's calling, it's one great ride. Oh, Alaska, you're wild and free. Mountains and rivers, you're calling to me. From the highways to trails where the heart feels alive. Our Alaskan adventure, where dreams come to thrive. Keep following us, RV America, on our Alaskan song, 'cause nothing we love more than bringing you along.
It's day 35 of our Alaskan adventure. Last night we stayed at a rest stop right on the river near Glen Allen, Alaska. It was halfway between Tok and Valdez, and we are heading to Valdez. And this drive is living up to its reputation. It is beautiful. All the mountains, snow-topped mountains, it is just amazing.
The only thing we're not liking about it is the rough road.
Yep, these highways take a beating during the winter for Alaska. That's expected. These are rough and bouncy. Not as bad as the section between Destruction Bay and Tok, but these are just, you can tell the asphalt is taking a beating with the heaves, and the bumps, and the cracks. So we're bouncing over it, but we'll show you some of the views along the way, and we cannot wait to get to Valdez, or Valdez, however you say it. And
we're hoping to stop and do a couple of hikes on the way.
yes,
So
yeah, we're hoping to find at least a hike, maybe 2, waterfall, whatever we can see along the way, because this is beautiful.
Chugach Mountains, rugged and grand. Thompson Pass, where the clouds hold command. Driving through fog, hearts racing with fear. Mist so thick, the road disappeared.
It is mid-June, June the 14th, and look at the snow through these mountains. I know it can snow every month of the year in Alaska, but this is more than I expected. We are going through Thompson Pass, and it is up in the clouds. I don't know if you can see it, but we're up in the clouds.
Look at that.
You can barely see the rig in front of us on the snow. They say it snowed here yesterday. Or actually said it snowed on June the 12th.
We have climbed this mountain and we are driving in the clouds. Look at Tommy Donna, and then look at, we're surrounded with snow. We're in Thompson Pass. Look at the bank.
It's about 20 feet in front of us.
But then like a gift, the skies open wide. Bridal Belle falls where the waters collide.
So this is Running Groom Falls, right next to Bridal Belle Falls.
Horsetail falls in the sunlight's soft gleam. Nature's own magic, like living a dream. Oh, Alaska, you're wild and free. Mountains and rivers, you're calling to me. From the highways to trails where the heart feels alive. Our Alaskan adventure, where dreams come to thrive. Keep following us, RV America, on our Alaskan song. 'Cause nothing we love more than bringing you along.
I am so glad that drive through the fog is over. And let me tell you, we thought we had fog when we lived in Mobile, Alabama, and we had a lot of fog down there on the coast, but at least there weren't any mountains around for us to drive over. And I really hope that it's not that way when we head back over the mountain, because there's one way in and one way out.
Yeah. And if you've ever driven in fog, you know what we mean. But then you add that big mountain through that pass. You add a 37-foot motorhome pulling a Jeep. You'll understand how nerve-wracking, how scary that was.
It was nerve-wracking.
So we're at the Solomon Gulch Fish Hatchery. You're supposed to see bears and seals and all the stuff
Sea
out here in
lions.
the water, sea lions.
It's actually when the pinks are running, or when they're releasing the fish from the fish hatchery. That's when the animals show up. So we're a little bit early, we
Yeah,
understand.
we think we're early.
We want to come out and see it, but they said it should be any time now. So before we leave
Cross our
Valdez,
fingers. Cross our fingers.
yeah, before we leave the area, we are going to come back out and see if we can see it, because you get to see all kind of wildlife.
This is the location of the original town of Valdez.
And this is where the catastrophe happened, with a 9.2 earthquake.
Not only did they have an earthquake, but a tsunami came along after that and totally destroyed the town.
So this was ground zero. I want you to imagine living here, right on this beautiful, beautiful point with all the mountains and the water, the Port of Valdez that leads out to Prince William Sound. And then all of a sudden, 62 years ago, an earthquake. Not like any other earthquake that you felt before. It was a 9.2, the largest earthquake ever recorded in North America. And it lasts almost 5 minutes, and you think it's over. But little did you know, landslides actually in the water. So after you thought you survived the earthquake, a tsunami comes and floods this area, washing so many things away.
Now what they discovered is that this ground is very unstable, which with the earthquake caused so many things to collapse. And that's why they moved New Valdez to the new location. I guess it's not New Valdez, but Valdez, 4 miles away. And they gave anybody that was still here, their building still survived, they gave them 2 years to get back to the new section, to the new town 4 miles away. And they actually had to force people out. Areas condemned by the U.S. Corps of Engineers. They end up burning all the remaining things just to get everybody away from this dangerous spot.
At the time of the earthquake and tsunami, there were over 700 people that lived here in Valdez. So many got out safely, but I believe it's 39 people killed by the tsunami. But not only did they have the tsunami and the earthquake, probably about 25 years later, the Exxon Valdez, a little bit further off, right at the Prince William Sound, ran aground when an unauthorized sailor was at the wheel. the captain let somebody go behind the wheel that wasn't certified to be in that area and ran aground and lost 5.3 million gallons of petroleum. This town has been through so much issues, so many problems due to nature and due to human error. The new town will show you a lot of that and all you can do, because it has really grown back over since 64, then again after 89 when the Exxon Valdez ran aground. So we'll show you how it's come back to life. This unfinished Keystone Canyon Railroad Tunnel, which is near Valdez, is a remnant of the early 20th century railroad ambitions. It was started by the Alaskan Syndicate, which was backed by J.P. Morgan. Some local Valdez residents tried to seize the syndicate's right-of-way, but that led to a violent confrontation in 1907, halting all construction.
If you want to learn about a town, you go to the museum.
So these things right here are airplane skis from the 1930s. It's crazy. They're just made out of wood. This parka, it says here, is a bear gut parka. Can you imagine a parka made out of bear guts?
We're at Worthington Glacier and we're gonna hike to a glacier.
Yep, this is right outside of Valdez, and it's one of the few glaciers that there's a paved road to. So
Paved
it's
path. Oh yeah.
paved road and a paved path, so
Right.
it's very accessible, visited by many folks, and we just had to come check it out.
Okay, now let's see what Bella does. Bella, come on, let's go in the snow. Wait a minute, she says, come on, let's go in the snow, Bella. Come on. Come on, Bella, let's go.
Let's go.
Look.
She's having fun.
She didn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, I see a shortcut.
So that was a really short hike, only 3/10 of a mile, so it's not anything at all. And the trail is closed down, so we can't actually walk to the glacier anymore because they're afraid of rock slides and stuff like that, and they don't want you going on the trail anymore. So, Tom, come tell them what it was like a few years ago when you were here.
In 2017 when we were here, Donna stood here, I went down the trail, and you could literally just walk out across the water and you could walk up and touch it. But it's sad to see just in, what, 8 years, it's really receded back that far. So if you get a chance to go see a glacier somewhere, go now before they're gone.
Good morning, it's time for a hike. We are heading to Dock Point Hike, and we just found out it leaves from our RV park. So it adds about a mile or so to the hike, so it's now a 2-mile hike.
Rolled into Valdez where the glaciers shine. Keystone Canyon where the wild intertwine. Hiked to the ice, felt the cold in our bones. Valdez port humming with tales of its own. Marinas alive, sea salty cold. Museums and trails, yeah, we saw it all. On the Lu-Lu Belle, through the glacier's blue glow. Wildlife and peaks, where the alpine winds blow.
Y'all have been training for this your whole life. We left without the bear spray, and we need somebody that can talk a lot and talk loud, and y'all have been training for your whole life for this. I believe in you.
We can do it. First, this is hard.
This is right. Which way are we
Down this.
Here we go.
Okay.
So we are at the very top of the Dock Point Trail. The reason this is called Dock View if you look right over here, up the camera, there, all of the docks.
As you know, we're traveling with Chasing Our Sunshine. It's a culture exchange. Us being from the South, deep South, and them being from Wisconsin. So we're getting the Wisconsin word of the day.
Oofta.
What is that hill?
That's a oofta hill.
Yeah, oofta, that's a steep hill.
And oofta is?
Just a term to express the most difficult thing or something that's really fun. So it's kind of a all-encompassing term. So like you'd say, oofta, that was a great shot in a basketball game or something. Or oofta, that hill was tough to do.
And origin?
Yeah. Origin is Norwegian, and that's mostly what I am, so. Oh, oofta. Sometimes dog owners don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, eagles always look forward. They don't have no side personal vision. They can stand here all day and they'll fly right in. You can get the fish very easy. I can call them right in. A dead one, you're number one. I'm glad I make you smile. Yeah, these are red salmon. Copper River Reds.
So standing here on the dock as they're cleaning their fish, they throw the parts out and it goes down the chute. And guess what happens? The eagles come and pick up the fish from the chute. Well, the eagles and all the other birds too. There's lots of birds there, as you can see. But it is the coolest thing ever to stand here and watch the eagles swoop in and pick up the pieces of fish and fly away. They say there's 17 of them that come back and forth that he has counted and pick up the fish pieces. We're here about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so you have to come in and watch them when the boats come in because that gives them fish to clean.
So today we're exploring around the Valdez Glacier Lake, or the glacier. It's right between the mountains. It's, I believe you say capped, where it has broken off some, and a lot of the ice end up in the lake. They say it's really receded since 1950.
We are doing something today that we have never, ever done before.
Yep. If you're in Valdez, you've got to go whale watching. And that's what the plan is today, to get out and see what we can see.
We're going to go see the whales, hopefully, some glaciers. Who knows? I don't even know what else we'll see. But we are going on the Lu-Lu Belle, which has been recommended by
numerous people.
So it's very easy. We just have to walk up to the front office and they're sending over a van to pick us up. And we're all going to head out. We're so excited. Standing here in front of this huge iceberg and realizing only 10% of it is actually above water. The rest of it is on the bottom half that we can't see. That is just too cool.
Cheers. Coming up. Yeah, I'll show you a tail. There you go. Come on. Watch it. Be ready. Be ready.
This was worth every dime we spent on it.
Yes.
If you come,
And more.
it's unanimous. If you come, be sure to take a ride on the Lu-Lu Belle because you will 100% be glad you did.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like I think a 6-hour tour, and they kept us out 10 so we can make sure we saw a whale, and we finally saw a whale.
Yeah, I think we're all a little exhausted at this point, but we're gonna pick up a pizza and head on home. Well, after a somewhat scary drive through Thompson's Pass, I mean, we had the curves, we had the clouds, and we drove through fog so thick we could barely see the driver in front of us.
Yep, we finally had an outstanding week in Valdez with all the things to do from the outdoors to the history. It was just amazing.
There is lots to do here, and let me tell you, the drive is absolutely beautiful. Once we got out of the clouds and stuff, it was amazing, and we actually drove back up later so that we could see what we had missed by the clouds because we couldn't see our hand in front of the face with it.
Yeah, the fog was so thick.
Yeah. So, but all good things come to an end.
Join us next week as we head down another scary road. Some people call it the roughest road in Alaska, and we're heading down the McCarthy Road that used to be a railroad bed, so you can understand why it's rough.
Yeah.
And it's can be very hairy. It's got a bridge that's one lane that it appears on other videos to be very intimidating.
Are we taking the RV? Come back next week and we'll let you know.
And if you've been enjoying the videos on Alaska or traveling through Canada to get to Alaska, we encourage you to hit that subscribe button. That way you can follow us and get more of these videos that you're going to want to see.
Yep. Until next time, God bless and many safe travels.
And go RV, America.